Occurred, the 9th of November 2014, 0 hours 0 minutes and 0 seconds. Location: Counts, in USA. Shape: cigar. Duration: approximately 1 hour. No of observers. 2 characteristics: lights on object, aura or haze around object, changed color. Lights in the eastern sky hovered for an hour before moving off in the distance. As my wife and I sat in our garage just after midnight, we noticed one particularly bright light in the sky at about 60 degrees in the sky from our vantage point. We didn't think much of it until it had been there for well into 20 minutes. We began watching it and comparing it to its location above the neighbor's house to the east for matter of reference. During the time we watched this light, we saw it zig back and forth in the sky. While it did not move around a tremendous amount, the movement was still noticeable. Also, at times the light would pulsate slowly, rarely changing from a white light to red, then back to white. After watching this light move for nearly an hour, we looked southeast and discovered another light in the sky that also was moving erratically in the sky. The first light we saw moved toward in the sky to nearly 80 degrees and became noticing dimmer as time went on. We live in a flight path for one of the busiest airports in the US and are very accustomed to airplanes flying over. This hovered in the same general area for over an hour, moving in multiple directions during that time. We couldn't stand to be out in the cold any longer and decided to come inside before either light went out of view or disappeared.
Occurred, the 19th of August 2012, 21 hours 15 minutes and 0 seconds. Location: Porter, in USA. Shape: unknown. Duration: 15 minutes. No of observers. 3 characteristics: lights on object. I saw an orange fireball surrounded by a white triangle of lights in the sky. We observed an orange fireball in the sky. At one point, a white triangle of individual white lights appeared around the fireball briefly. It was completely still. Then suddenly it ascended upwards until we couldn't see it any longer. We continued to watch, when suddenly from the north another fireball like the first appeared, and stopped in the same place as the first. It didn't stay long, and ascended upwards. At one point I briefly saw another white triangle of lights appear, but disappear just as quickly. It quickly disappeared. The orange ball looked like it was made of fire. It didn't change shape. It seemed like it was fairly low. It was partly cloudy that night, and I could see stars. When they ascended, it looked like they were in the same path in relation to a particular star in the sky. By the time the second one ascended, it had to pass through a thin cloud that had appeared. So it was lower than the cloud. Actually, it seemed pretty low. It seemed like it was right there, but I am not a trained observer. Lower than a small plane would be. This is my observation and thoughts. Oh, there was no sound. Thank you.
Occurred, the 16th of November 1999, 18 hours 8 minutes and 0 seconds. Local location: Hebron, in USA. Shape: other. Duration: 15 seconds. No of observers. 2 characteristics: lights on object. Driving down highway in dark and noticed dull flash from above. Leaned forward and saw something dropping from sky. Object was dropping in vertical position with various small and larger lights. Lights were a blue color and the brightest was like a flare. After vertical drop, object seemed to go more horizontal and headed toward horizon, eventually disappearing from view. Driving down highway in dark headed east. Dull flash in sky above was noticed, so I leaned forward to look, and something was dropping from night sky. Object was coming down in more vertical direction, but a slight angle. Object had various sizes of blue lights staggered in vertical arrangement. Brightest light was like a blue flare. After dropping downward, the object seemed to take a more horizontal course and start moving toward the east horizon. It continued toward horizon until it disappeared from view. Distance from sighted position to disappeared location may be 40 to 60 miles. Highway is Indiana State Road number 8.
Occurred, the 4th of July 2011, 23 hours 0 minutes and 0 seconds. Local location, Hebron, IN, USA. Shape, formation duration, 30 minutes. Know of observers. 1 formation of Chinese lanterns. There was a release of sky lanterns, or Chinese lanterns, during the July 4th fireworks display. I was stopped at a truck stop at exit 240 on I-65 and was watching the fireworks displays at approximately 2,230 or 2,300 when I noticed a series of orange lights start to float up from the ground in the general direction of Hebron, Indiana. They drifted up one after another until there were about 20 total. They were drifting with the wind in a westerly direction and were definitely sky lanterns. I was close enough to see what they were and recognized them immediately. There were quite a few other people in the area who saw them, and many were wondering what they were, so it would not surprise me if any UFO reports were to come in from this area regarding this sighting. The lanterns were orange-yellow in color and created several formations, including triangles, as they sailed through the sky. The event lasted approximately 30 minutes before they all flickered out one by one and disappeared. I'm only reporting this because I saw that NUFORC was asking for reports of intentional releases of pyrotechnical devices. I hope this helps.
Occurred, the 22nd of October 2021, 23 hours 0 minutes and 0 seconds. Location, Hebron, IN, USA. Shape, cigar duration, 5 minutes. Know of observers. 1 characteristics, electrical or magnetic effects. Cigar-shaped object colored purple to pink to orange. Caught on blink camera. Front door light turned on, so I brought up our blink camera to see if it was a cat or deer. Instead it showed a cigar-shaped object colored purple, pink to orange. The object appeared to right of our well in our yard.
Occurred, the 31st of October 2009, 18 hours 0 minutes and 0 seconds. Location, Chesterton, in, USA. Shape, circle duration, 1 minute. Know of observers. 1 bright orange ball moving slowly. I don't know the exact time, but I was driving east in Chesterton, Indiana. It was around 6 to 7 at night. It was still light out. I saw an orange ball above the tree line. I have lived in town for over 20 years. The orange ball was large and looked like a perfect circle. It looked like the light was above 8094th Highway. The light was stationary, then started moving below the tree line. It wasn't the sun or any advertising signs. I have never seen anything like it before. It saw it for less than a minute. This is twice in 1 year I have seen lights I can't explain. I placed a report in August of this year. I wanted to let you know I looked every night for a week after sighting and it was not there again. So I know it wasn't a star or planet. This object I observed with my binoculars changed in sequence to 4 different colors in a pattern. This was the August sighting. I didn't want to report the orange ball because I was afraid no one would believe me since I had posted a different sighting in August. Then I saw that someone in Indy and Chicago saw a similar thing. Many people had to have seen this orange ball. It was right over a very major highway in and out of Chicago. Thanks.
Occurred, the 9th of July 2012, 23 hours 25 minutes and 0 seconds. Location, Chesterton, in, USA. Shape, fireball duration, 1 to 2 minutes. Know of observers. 3 characteristics, aura or haze around object. 8 bright orange objects seen, flying, north to south on clear night at 11:25 p.m. Scattered formation with 3 leading the rest. 8 bright glowing orange objects in a scattered formation flying from north to south. 3 in front, then 1, then 3, then 1. No specific pattern. Disappeared rather quickly in almost a fizzled out fashion. Clear night, although other stars could not be seen until the objects disappeared.
Occurred, the 18th of May 2013, 21 hours 1 minute and 0 seconds. Location, Chesterton, in, USA. Shape, unknown duration, 2 minutes. Know of observers. 3. There were about 7 lights in a circle. They were red and white. They were flying in a circle, and disappeared into the clouds.
Occurred, the 5th of July 2016, 22 hours 30 minutes and 0 seconds. Local location, Chesterton, in, USA. Shape, light duration, 12 minutes. Know of observers. 2. Indiana Dunes State Park sighting. While stargazing at Indiana Dunes State Park, we witnessed a star moving across the sky at a high rate of speed. It curved southbound and faded in and out. 12 minutes later we witnessed a northbound star traveling at a high rate of speed.